Well, what is going on, YouTube? Welcome back to A Therapeutic Edge. Today on the table in front of us, we have something, well, sort of special. This is the Jerry Moen designed Mongoose. This is the recurve model. This was loaned to me by Chris over at Thai Addiction. I will put a link to his channel down in the description. And what a generous loan it was. This is a beautiful knife. Now, they are about $875. So this is not really a knife that you're just going to run right out and buy. But if you are looking for a gorgeous, hand-detailed, beautiful, really functional piece of art, the Jerry Moen Mongoose may very well be the knife for you. I fell in love with it the minute I took it out of its little package. Now, it is not a big knife. It is not, as you can see. Let's take a look at what you get size-wise. You get 1, 2, 3, little under 3.5 inches of cutting on a little over 3.5 inches of Damasteel blade. You get 1, 2, 3, and 3/4 inches of grip area. Now, even though this is a very lean knife, this swell back here means that it sits into my big old meat hook hands really well. And it's sort of a harpoon blade, even with the recurve, which means your thumb has a really natural landing spot. But because of this recurve, if you pull your thumb back a little bit onto this jimping, push cuts with this knife are fantastic. Now, Chris, don't panic. I didn't take it out and beat it up, but I did cut some things to find out how it worked, and it works beautifully. Now, you can get an RWL 34 bladed version of this for about $550 if you can find one. But you pay a premium for Damasteel because you just do. Let's see if we can get that to show up. Look at that. It is so gorgeous. Now, this knife is exceptionally lightweight. In the pocket, it virtually disappears. As you can see, it has a really nice deep carry clip that gives you just a tiny bit of knife sticking out the top. The clip itself with the ceramic ball, tons of good tons of lift. It fits into a pocket very, very well. It fits in any pocket, even big, heavy shorts. I'm wearing 511 shorts today, and it fits there beautifully. The hardware is anoded out purple, including the screws. This is just a remarkably beautiful knife. Now, this is carbon fiber, and it's been done in this beautiful sort of hex pattern. I just love this knife. I really do. It's very expensive, and it's more knife than I'm going to buy anytime soon, but I am super grateful for the opportunity to look at it. It is a piece of really, really functional art. Now, it is hollow ground, and it has this beautiful swedge across the top of the harpoon. Man, I love this blade. I really do. It's a liner lock, and the liner lock itself is done really well. There's a perfect amount of jimping. The thumb actuates it perfectly. It gets out of the way. It snaps open very, very easily. It's so light, but you can still, with just a little wiggle, drop it closed. This is my first Jerry Moen knife, and I am incredibly impressed. Let's do some size comparisons. I keep saying it's not that big. It's not small, really. Let's do the overall knife length. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 at 8 inches. So it's small this way, right? It is a very lean knife. But lengthwise, it is a full 8 inches, which makes it a really good pocket carry for me. Here it is against the PM3. You can see, right? It's bigger than that by quite a bit. It is more in size, more size-wise, it is in line with the PM2, right? But of course, it is so lean. It's just a great carry. Oh, being a knife reviewer is interesting. Every once in a while, a knife crosses your table that is so outside the realm of something you're going to ever end up with that you just sort of sit there kind of in awe. And that's where I landed with this knife. I'm not going to have one of these. Not because it's not good. It's fantastic. I'm not going to have one of these because this is 3 knives worth of money for me. And it's just beyond my ability to purchase knives. But God, is it pretty. Let's weigh it out. because I think it's worth it. It is tiny and it is light. So again, you're looking at, 1, 2, 3¼ inches on 3½ inches of Damasteel. And it's 2.3 ounces. This is so lightweight, so gorgeous, and the action is so good. Oh man, I love this thing. Now, I'm not going to take my calipers, my metal calipers, to the Damasteel blade, but I can tell you by looking. Well, let's see. That it's probably about 3 millimeters, 3.2 millimeters. It's about the same as the Tacit here. Knives like this are in a whole different category. People collect stuff like this. There are some people I know in the knife community that have, 8, 10, 12, 14 knives like this. And I am, of course, a little in awe and a little envious because I have knives, like this. I love my knives. There's nothing wrong with them. And I do have some expensive knives. But this is that place where knives are elevated to art. And this is a phenomenally beautiful example of that. I am so grateful to Chris over at Tie Addiction for loaning this to me. The opportunity to see something like this does not come along very often. And so, thanks, brother. I really appreciate it. It has been a joy to have around. It is going home soon. Actually, I think it's going on to another reviewer before it goes home, which shows you how generous Chris is, because that's amazing. But I will tell you that I'm going to miss having it here just because it is so incredibly interesting. It is razor sharp. Fit and finish are perfect. This is just a beautiful knife. And that's really where we're going to end it. This is just a look at a phenomenal piece of functional art. The Jerry Moen Mongoose knife in recurve is one of the most interesting and beautiful knives I've had a chance to look at on the channel ever. And I am just really grateful for the opportunity. I hope you've enjoyed the look. That's really all we're going to do. Thank you so much for your time today. If you have any questions about this knife, feel free to ask. I will help you find whatever information we can. If you have any questions about any of my knives, feel free to ask down in the comments below. I'd be happy to talk with you about it. Once again, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time.